Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo, and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim flam sauce with the awesome fave, with shafafa on the side.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. It's a week-ending edition from our Friday fun place. 10 Palms, Gulfstream Park, Hallandale Beach. We've got Jeff T. for the Forest. We got Mike Lubie Lubitz.
Hello.
Joining us shortly by video link will be the one and only Joe Beja. A lot of big activities coming up for a big weekend, romantic weekend, Valentine's Day, and also President's Day on Monday. And last but not least, we have an empty chair. It's not for the prophet Elijah Eliyahu.
Or for Segredo.
Or Segredo. No, I figured for Valentine's Day, we would want to treat our viewers to the lovely presence of one Arlene Borenstein. She's coming from downtown Fort Lauderdale where she had an engagement. And the traffic is hellacious, I can attest, because I tried to come down Federal Highway, which is usually very smooth. And there were two huge bottlenecks. So Arlene is going to be running a little behind, but that's okay. She's worth the wait. And we'll when she gets here, we'll catch up with her. I know she has some new food and social media ventures, which is going to be very fun. But meanwhile, Defo, how are you doing this fine afternoon?
Couldn't be more beautiful out again today. I always love coming down here. Gulfstream triggers and ignites so many great memories for me every Friday. I mean, a wide variety of stuff. But that being said, I'm a little saddened. I'm looking at a couple of closures. One I didn't anticipate. One I think I knew was coming in the restaurant business. There was a French place, Le Voix de something, in the Cove shopping plaza there.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
And I pulled up there to go to the Tipperary pub the other night, and it's just a haunting sign when it says restaurant for lease.
For lease, yeah.
And you see they're out of business. I think they've been there for a long time. And then I was really surprised to see this. I don't know if it was in Let's Eat South Florida or on the Lauderdale by the Sea group that I have connection with on Facebook. Mickey's Downtowner closing down. So,
Really?
And it's weird, too, because Capriciosa is reopening, although we still don't know exactly where that's going to be. I keep seeing posts about it. And it may even be open already with nobody knowing. And that was very popular, and it was right next door. And then Mickey's Downtowner seemed to be doing well. It was actually mentioned as, oh, geez, we lost another music venue. I didn't see it as that as much. They did a great job. I mean, they had the dueling pianos going for a while. But they had really good food there, Mike Mayo, I have to say, and at good prices. They had a phenomenal deal working in the afternoons during the summertime, and I think they really made a good effort. It's a shame to see something like that close
down. It is always sad to see some of our, especially locally operated independent restaurateurs, not be able to make it. But it is also part of the cycle of restaurant life. Restaurants come and restaurants go. It's always sad to see something that is doing a good job or has been long established. The name of the place up in the Cove is Le Val de Loire.
Le Val de Loire.
Le Val de Loire.
That's my French. It's Le Val de Loire. Don't talk to me like that, Mayo. I'm going to go Pam Bondi on you. Don't talk to me like that.
Yes, and I don't know if French offends people as much as Spanish does with the
exactly.
halftime performance. But no, as you mentioned, that Le Val de Loire was a very
was a decent place.
It is the epitome of the cozy French
Really?
restaurant.
See, I love that kind of a place.
And there's still a couple of them
Sage
left.
used to be like that.
Sage was
Sage in downtown Fort Lauderdale is long gone. But then you have Escargot Bistro on Commercial Boulevard.
A lot of people love that.
How is
that place? Is still good. It went through a ownership transition, and I liked it a little bit better under the old owners and chef. But you know, they're hanging in, and it also is cozy, a good place for Valentine's Day. But I imagine fully booked by this point. But my friend the Sheik, who lives in Deerfield Beach now, he and his wife used to go into Le Val de Loire, and he really highly recommended it. Also,
it seemed like a place I wanted. I always wanted to try it.
That's annoying
because you know I've been by that place obviously many times, but And I thought, wow, that might be nice. It's been a long. Remember when French food and French
was
dressing
everywhere.
was the most popular
Yeah,
stuff
all
going?
over
It
the
was like,
place.
oh, you're going to a French restaurant? My God, man.
Remember when the epitome of like the romantic high-end shoot the moon engagement dinner was like at the Palme d'Or?
You have to mention engagement today.
Sorry. Palme d'Or restaurant at the Biltmore Hotel in Coral Gables. That closed, like, I think it's been since even before COVID or right around COVID, and it hasn't been replaced with anything. And I actually was talking to a very prominent chef and well-regarded chef from Miami who is in talks about possibly taking over that space and reimagining it. But again, that Palme d'Or was classic, French, maybe a little snooty. And then we have places like the Left Bank that used to be in downtown Fort Lauderdale. That's gone. So you're right.
If the Sage is the same place I'm thinking of, it was on Federal Highway.
Yeah, we all no Sage.
You know who used to work there? Right?
They had a great thing going though, and I used to go there a lot. Joey Esposito, nice.
Yeah.
Because they did a thing where they did a 2-for-1 entrees on like Monday and Tuesday nights.
Yep.
That was a great deal.
Did that come with unlimited sweet and loto swipe too?
Yeah.
Because that sounds like it would appeal.
No,
to
they did it. Buy one get one.
It was a
crepes.
good job. Yeah, it was a nice round. I was surprised that they went out of business.
Well, there's another place on Commercial. Frenchie's Table is also a place we've been to in
there's a place called Rendezvous,
really
I think, on Oakland Park that is kind of like a French-inspired restaurant also.
Yeah.
And
I like French food.
So what happened to French food? Why did it fall out of favor?
Is it heavy?
You're the food expert.
Because people perceived it as a little too snooty and a little too expensive. And in the day and age where, the classic French, a lot of butter and a lot of, I guess, cream sauces and in the health-minded age. Now, then along came the haute French cuisine, HAUTE, which was basically your favorite, like lots of plates that had little medallions of things.
See, that's something.
I worked with a couple of French chefs, like crazy maniacal French chefs, when I was doing waiting service in restaurants, and I was always impressed. I mean, these guys were great. They were so fashionable, but you don't hear anything about that. Are there any real big French chefs in town?
Actually, there's a dead French chef whose name is all over restaurants all over the world, and it's actually the only restaurant in South Florida get 2 Michelin stars, and that's Le Atelier de Joël Robuchon.
I was going to say Robuchon.
Didn't he play defense for the Rangers?
That was
Vic Hadfield.
and then Luc Robitaille.
Luc Robitaille was a great LA King, man.
Joël Robuchon, classic and very famed French chef, and he opened up outposts around the world, and he has a great place in Vegas at the MGM Grand. That's like a 3-star Michelin place, which is the highest Michelin goes. And then this place, Le Atelier, which I still haven't been to. Pat Utter sings its praises. It's his favorite restaurant.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
So there is still the fancy, very expensive French place. And up in Boca Raton, it used to be known as La Maison, La Vieille Maison, and now it moved down the block to a different location, and the new name is La Nouvelle Maison, and it's operated by the same family that also operates. There's an Italian restaurant also on that. It's what is it? Palmetto Park Road, and I forget the name of it. It begins with a T, but Tavolino. No, not Tavolino. That was Eddie's old place. Anyway, French food, for whatever reason, Italian has surpassed it in terms of when people want to have these very fancy, romantic dinners for big occasions and Valentine's Day. Getting back to Mickey's Downtown, but that was only there for a couple of years.
I thought it was popular.
You know what? It was called the Reef and the something before that.
The Beef and Reef.
And our dear friend, may she rest in peace. I can't believe she checked out. We love this girl, the Mardi Gras, great bartender at the racetracks all over the. Well, she was known, very well known at Saratoga, and of course here at the South Florida tracks, here at Gulfstream, many years. Had the downstairs bar in the old configuration, super popular.
Yeah,
and she was working at the Beef and Reef there for a little while, and so we went in, and the guy was trying. He was a Canadian guy. He didn't last long, but Mickey's Downtowner looked like it was having a much more successful run.
I thought it was popular.
It really did.
Is it because and sometimes
I don't know, the rent might be exorbitant there, and it's possible.
Sometimes there's other factors that play besides the popularity and even the overall economic health of a restaurant. Sometimes owners get sick. Sometimes they have other family issues and they have to move somewhere, and then they just sell the place. So again, it is sad anytime a restaurant closes, but many new restaurants keep opening all over town. which is part of the cycle of life. And look who we have with us joining us.
Look at that, man.
For a Friday Fun Day edition, and still on the mend, still at his homestead. But Joe Beja, Executive Director of Hospitality here at Gulfstream and Ten Palms, joins us for his weekly visit. How you doing this week, Joe?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
Looking good, man.
You look good, my
kid.
friend.
Yeah.
You look really
Thanks.
You feeling good, getting stronger, and
Feel good. Yeah.
we'll see you back here at some point soon. But meanwhile, the show must go
Big
on.
weekend here.
And big weekend coming up, and then another big event in a couple of weeks. Why don't you tell us the rundown of what's happening here at Ten Palms and Gulfstream?
No, absolutely. So coming up this weekend, we're going to be celebrating Valentine's Day weekend. So we'll have a Valentine's themed brunch at Ten Palms for the same price, $60. But we'll be doing a chicken and heart-shaped waffle station and red velvet pancakes and a recipe for Marry Me Chicken and, other love-inspired, romantic-inspired dishes on the buffet for the weekend. And then next weekend, even though it's going to be a few days late, we're also going to celebrate Mardi Gras. Chef Jason had some time where he worked under Emerald, and he did some time in New Orleans. So, he's really in tune with a lot of the New Orleans dishes. So next weekend will be a Cajun Mardi Gras themed buffet at Ten Palms. So, some exciting weekends coming up. And then, of course, the end of the month will be Fountain of Youth Day, and we'll do bourbon and barbecue.
That's on Saturday, February 28th.
One thing I just wanted to clarify: when you say did some time in New Orleans, when you're talking to us, that was as a chef, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
No. So, you mentioned a dish that I hadn't heard of, and we're going to be actually featuring in a couple of minutes. We put it in a late order for the, I guess the menu special is going to be kind of a surf and turf for Valentine's Day, along with a special white chocolate mousse dessert that I think is shaped in a heart. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Yes, and the other thing you mentioned, Marry Me Chicken. Now, I've heard of the divorced duck because I've gotten that before, but what is Marry Me Chicken?
Actually, I'm sorry. I did not do my research on that. I just thought it was a catchy phrase and so forth. But
Marry Me Chicken?
Now I'm going to have to get the recipe from Chef Jason and text it back into you guys.
Okay, well, I'm sure it's very enticing, and it's I always love the little creative touches that you guys come up with for all the different occasions and holidays. Meanwhile, right on cue, one of the Valentine specials, Surf and Turf, and it looks like a little bit of a, I don't know what type of beef it is, but with some asparagus and some nice jumbo succulent shrimp and a little mound of potatoes au gratin. Looks very fancy with a au jus, or actually a demi-glace on the side. So well done to your
the team
here. So let's talk a little bit about the again, Taste at the Track. You're basically back to doing it once a month, and now you're kind of incorporating it with the big race days, and of course the end of the month it's the Fountain of Youth. So tickets available, and how do they get them, and what's the cost, and what can people expect?
Yes, so if you'll go on www.gulfstreampark.com, and you'll be able to get access to both the VIP, which will have some nice higher-end bourbons available just for that first hour, and of course you'll get access to the more premium seating near the windows the earlier you get there. But and then you go on there, and the GA tickets will be available from 1 to 4. So the VIP tickets, I believe, are about $125, all inclusive of fees and taxes and so forth. And then the GA is about $95. So.
And it's still great value in terms of all the great whiskeys and bourbons that are being poured. And
yes.
I don't know if you have the full lineup yet, but I know it's always a stellar lineup.
Yeah, well, we have I don't have the exact cocktails as of yet. We're still working on that. But as far as the bourbons go, we will feature Woodford Reserve. And, of course, there'll be a Jack Daniels, and there'll be Old Forester. And then we'll also have Woodinville and Bullet. Amador whiskey will be there. There's nice bourbons from Frey Ranch who will also be there. So a lot of some good names, big names that'll be involved, as we always do. Wild Turkey will also have a table. So we're very excited. It's going to be about 12 to 13 different kinds of bourbons, brands that will be involved.
All good. And also a big day of racing. The road to the Florida Derby and eventually the Triple Crown Trail will be, again, that day, the Fountain of Youth, where some of the top 3-year-olds and Who was the one that won a couple of weeks ago? It looks like a nearly was Todd Pletcher's horse. Looks
good looking horse.
Looks like not even nearly, but much the best of this crop so far. But you never know. We'll see how the others develop and who shows up. And nearly might not even go. I think Todd Pletcher was talking about that he might just go right to the Florida Derby, which will open it up for some other young budding talent, which is always a good thing to see. All right, Joe, we got to catch up from last week. I know you've been, again, spending some time at home. What did you think of the Super Bowl? Did you fall asleep?
Yeah.
No, I did not. It was strange being able to actually watch the entire game without having people over. So it was actually kind of boring, actually. I really thought Seattle pretty much dominated from the beginning, even though it was a bunch of field goals. So, I had a little fun with one of those boost parlays on the Hard Rock Bet app. I took Seattle -4.5, and I did the under. So I was 2 for 2, and then I looped it into a Kenneth Walker anytime touchdown, which I was really excited.
Yeah,
I was excited until the flag.
No, he didn't get a touchdown.
Oh, you didn't get.
He never got a touchdown. He got the MVP,
but
they called it back on the freaking hold.
Yeah,
they called it back on the holding.
Impacted. You would have lost the under though. So you
got
really
the
kind of moved.
True.
So that's true. If he scores that touchdown,
they go over.
And the other thing is, it was clearly a hold that enabled him to run for the touchdown.
No, what sprung him was the hold.
Yeah. So, all right. And now that you've been spending much time at home, what did you've been watching the Winter Olympics? Are you engrossed in all the drama of curling?
The curling was definitely very interesting. I thought the skier from Norway who won the bronze medal and seized the moment to apologize for his infidelity was kind of interesting as well. And,
yeah, that was random. The woman already knew. It's like, okay, why are you telling the world?
Yeah, I love that his teammate won gold, and he goes, "This is for our teammate who passed away this year." And then the other guy wins bronze. He goes, "I want to apologize to my girlfriend. I met the most amazing woman." And
some people like to live their life out loud, as the kids say. And I don't always get it, but hey, they got some headlines. It got them some publicity. I bet it got them some more Instagram and TikTok followers.
For sure.
And that's what
it probably did. You know what I honestly love about what the Olympics has been doing now is the human element as well. I mean, I know it's always all about the sports and the unity and so forth, but when you've got Stanley Tucci going around Italy, and then of course Snoop Dogg mixing it up, the two of them they're like national treasures. Those two guys.
Yep.
So.
Yep. I definitely. Yeah. I haven't been watching that much, but it is enjoyable when you turn it on. And NBC always does a great job, and kudos to Tony Segretto's daughter, who's one of the producers that puts together all these feature packages and comes up with all these things. And, not just months, but really years out, they're doing all this filming and shooting and interviews and things like that. So, it's going on for another couple of. What did USA Hockey do yesterday? I'm so.
They pounded Latvia.
They did.
Yeah, 5-0.
Okay.
5-1. Latvia got a
5-1.
goal early and then didn't do anything.
They covered, in other words.
But I don't think they covered. Was it 4.5?
No, they were given 4.5 goals.
4.5.
They actually didn't cover.
Not only did you have to lay 4.5 goals, but you had to lay a price on that of -160.
It was insane.
Forget that. That's crazy.
So it was Latvia and the under.
How do you bet that?
Well, imagine going in a window in Vegas. You were out in Vegas for a long time, Joe.
Yeah, of course.
You go to the guy at the window and go, "I want Latvia and the under," and they literally call out to the side, "Hey, Mo!"
Yeah,
Call the police.
it's crazy.
Joe,
You kind of wonder what that guy knows.
Yeah.
They call the FBI immediately.
Yeah.
Do you ever think we'd see the day where we're betting on Olympic hockey? That's crazy.
But on everything.
So we're going to let you go. But first, I'm not going to do the full contest yet, but I did want to just kind of tease it because I'm going to do the two types of races for this week's contest. One is, of course, the Gulfstream race, which we're going to do again, the first race of the card, a good maiden special race for 3-year-old fillies. There's 10 of them going 5 furlongs on the turf. But can you guess what the tiebreaker is this week now that football is gone for 200 days? He looks flummoxed.
Yeah,
it's not going to be the NBA All-Star game, that's for sure.
I know.
Here, I'll give you one phrase that I used to hear when I covered this sport. We were a little loose in turn 3. Daytona
Exactly.
500.
That shows how far it's fallen. You would at
right.
least know when Daytona was.
Yeah.
Do you get disqualified if you put Dale Earnhardt Sr.? as a possible winner? I mean,
No,
like a
that
dead
would be
man's,
not
gonna
uh,
win.
maybe in the hereafter 500. But no, I mean it's America's great race, they
There you
call
go.
it, right? And it's on Sunday, so I'm gonna also when I post the clues on the Let's Eat group later in the day, besides having a link to the Gulfstream Race 1 entries, I'm also gonna have a link to the starting grid of
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Daytona
Exactly.
500. I don't even know if I know. All I know is like there's a Bush on the pole. I don't know if it's Kyle or Kurt Busch or something like that. But George Bush.
George Senior.
But I'm gonna make it ultra tricky. But I have faith in our contest
They'll
playing
figure it out.
audience.
Yeah.
They always do. And I figured, both things are going around in
Yes.
ovals, and
There you go.
you can bet on both now.
It is a
So
track.
that's it. Yeah.
It's a little
racing.
lame, I would have to say.
Well, do you want the world
There's nothing
versus the
out.
U.S.
It's like
basketball
the
NBA
basketball
All-Star
thing.
game? Nah, forget
Yeah.
it.
I mean, college basketball, I guess we can work on it.
All right, Joe, you keep
You're the man, my friend.
recuperating, and
Thank you.
hopefully we'll see you back here in the flesh soon. And until next week,
Sounds good.
Love you, Joe B. Thank you, my friend.
all
All right.
And let's take our first break.
Kid looks good.
He looks good.
Before we do,
Looks
look
good.
who's
Oh.
here. No,
Oh,
Arlene,
get out
come
of
join
here.
us.
Wow.
Yeah, she's resplendent in her Valentine's Day
wow.
red, and we've got you a little candy,
There
a
you
little
go.
a little
Wow,
treat
wow. We got
from a
special dessert.
yeah.
And there she is.
All right. Well, let her get the headsets on. I'm going to do a live spot for Norman Love Confections because talking about Valentine's Day, if you get shut out of your favorite restaurants, and again, a lot of them, like our friends at Tropical Acres, they're
I had
fully.
reservations at a closed French restaurant.
Oh, okay. That's a bad
They were
break.
going to show up there with a girl, a first-time starter, no less.
Tropical Acres and even our friends at Elvis Italian Grill, they're fully booked,
They are.
except for some very late slots. Like if you don't mind eating at 9:30 or 9:45, right before the restaurants close, you can get in there.
Yeah.
But for those who maybe want to just have a romantic evening at home, I'd recommend getting something nice like those great stone crabs or shrimp cocktails that we saw yesterday
Yeah,
with
wonderful.
Vinny's. That was a great time we had with Vinny and
What
Out
does
at
a
Primo
girl
Listener.
want on Valentine's Day? What does a beautiful woman want?
Oh, well, I don't want to mess up the promotion.
No,
Oh, that's all right.
Well, you promote that.
I'm sure we have a
Norman Love
sponsor.
Confections.
I'm sure we have
Whatever
a
you just
sponsor.
mentioned.
Chocolate's really good
Sounds good,
chocolate,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
You want great
Way to
chocolate.
go, way to
Well,
go.
you want it all. You want a nice romantic evening, maybe at home with a bottle of champagne and some
Exactly.
stone crabs, which you can pick up from Vinny. He'll be at selling it at CJ Black's tomorrow afternoon.
You went right back into it.
And then we've got you could get bottle of champagne from Primo Liquors, and then go get a beautiful bottle of chocolates from Norman Love Confections. Now, a little bit late to order online at Norman Love Confections.
See, but I am taking my wife actually there because she wants to experience herself.
Mr.
So
Romance.
you yourself can do that. Sneak away in the morning. I was going to do it with a newborn, so if I can do it.
Which location are you going
Probably
to?
Boca, but I like both. That's the thing, and both are actually close to us, and both are really cool. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out which one.
Boca one probably closer to you. And
Yeah.
again, the Boca location is called the Dessert Salons because it's not just the chocolate shop. They have all kinds of great pastries and a coffee bar and
They're like
a
one
place
pound
to
for
kind
their
of take a little break. And you can even have like a date, like a date that's not a full dinner. If you want to just have kind of a prelude
My
to
wife
the
and I are
big
doing
night, you go into one of their two dessert salons. The one in Delray Beach is right there on Federal Highway, 1911 South Federal, just south of Linton Boulevard. And then the Boca location, 21202 St. Andrews Boulevard, right behind the Town Center Mall. And again, not just for Valentine's Day, for any time. If you want to melt the heart of your loved one, you can just order from NormanLoveConfections.com. Don't forget Mother's Day is around the corner. And
trying to think of the last time I did that.
Yeah. And these are really, they're so pretty.
Maybe with a flamethrower. I don't know about candies.
And again, these chocolates, high quality,
Yeah, they're
so
fantastic.
beautiful. The way they're decorated, they look like precious little jewels, too pretty to eat. But once you eat them, you can't stop. NormanLoveConfections.com. Go in there today, tomorrow, and you will definitely impress the one that you're with.
I love that.
All
Just
right.
don't forget Valentine's Day. That's my
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Degenerate gamblers are
Just don't forget. It's my best advice to y'all out there.
gamblers are routinely like
would do
useless
that?
in affairs of the
Yeah,
heart.
and what would you think if you're,
Gamblers,
let's say,
Yeah,
let's
exactly.
say,
You're like,
She
you're
knows,
like my
she
father.
knows, yeah.
You're
I
like
was
my
gonna-
father was that man.
I was going to ask
Valentine's Day.
I love
what?
him.
You want me to play the 1-4?
if somebody came up to you and gave you, let's say, 24 instead of long stem red roses, but 24 scratch off lottery tickets.
How about
Is that a deal
24
breaker?
roses and a scratch off
Yeah.
lottery ticket?
And a box of 24 Norman Love
There you
confections.
How do you
That's it,
feel
that's-
about
oh, yeah,
these
yeah,
places
yeah,
that juice the price of flowers, though?
This is
every
what
place.
you do.
They literally double them at
every
like
place.
Publix.
Pro tip: wait till President's Day on Monday, and you will get
The
probably
best deal.
half
Get all the
price.
flowers.
Does a woman know if the flowers came from a gas station? That would be the question.
Some women.
Can you tell?
Some women
Some
might
women.
know.
My
Some
wo-
women
my
might.
And
woman
here's
does.
the other thing:
Right.
they'll know if the box of chocolates you got them came from like a drugstore, a chain drugstore,
100%, yeah.
in the
Like-
cellophane wrapping, as opposed to the beautiful.
If you
fresh
also give her
ones.
like a
Don't-
camouflage hat,
Here's,
it probably came
what
from a
are you
gas
saying,
station.
Jack?
some flip flops.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't forget, and also try not to wait for last minute. But is Valentine's Day just a girl thing? I mean, should dudes get love too? Right? I mean,
I don't know.
or
I've
is
never
it-
had it my
I
I
way.
love this girl
say-
even
I'm
more
just
I've never
now.
had it my way ever. So.
I say love
have
knows
no
no
idea.
borders or boundaries.
There you go.
Women could get things from men.
Oh, for
Men
sure.
could get things from women. Men could get things from men if
There
they
you
happen
go. I
to
knew that
be
was
in
coming, or
a
women.
There
relationship
you
like that.
Totally,
And
Exactly.
my
totally.
favorite, women
Yeah.
can get things for women too. So
There
that's
you go.
Oh man.
Jesus.
all right. Let's take that
Too
first
much,
break.
Get your mind out of the
info.
gutter.
All right.
What do you
let's-
have in the second race? man?
Let's take the first break, and then we'll come back. We'll catch up with Arlene Borenstein. She's got some new food
Yeah,
ventures
she's doing her
Oh,
own
I'm
thing.
so
going on. So
Kicking ass.
we'll get into
Unbelievable,
that.
yeah.
I'm
Thank
glad you
you.
made it and
I am
beat the
so glad to
traffic.
hear it.
And we got a
Yes.
special one of the Valentine's Day platters here for you. We'll get into that.
Although we
in
ate
a
like
minute.
half of it before you
I
got
know.
here.
we
The
took
shrimp
the
looks
we took the
good.
pictures though, so that was good.
That's
All
all
right,
that
we'll be
matters.
back after
See you
this. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial. Serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, upscale food in a down-home setting, the chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. Hey, it's Mike Mayo. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a good bagel with Nova or some matzo ball soup, homemade knishes, or a great deli pastrami sandwich on rye, you know where I go? Grandpa's Cafe in Dania Beach. It's been around a long time, an institution, but a little over a year ago, a pair of New Yorkers came in, bought it, and refurbished the place. It's beautiful, and they are now serving great breakfast, brunch, lunch. They've got the omelets, they've got eggs Benedict, they've got all kinds of great baked goods like rugelach. Grandpa's is just off Federal Highway on Southwest 1st Street in Dania Beach. It's open 7 days. Go in there, tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. The finest quality, warm hospitality, and world-class creativity. Those are the ingredients that make Daniel's, a Florida steakhouse, a special place. Come experience the restaurant that's Michelin Guide recommended and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved, with an impressive collection of steaks, seafood, and more, like their foie gras creme brulee. Daniel's is located at 620 South Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, just south of the New River Tunnel, open Tuesday through Sunday for dinner. For reservations and information, go to danielssteak.com. Fresh local fish, a sophisticated setting. I'm talking about Corvina Seafood Grill. It's at 110 Plaza Real South in Boca Raton, just south of Palmetto Park Road. It's the place to go for the freshest and local seafood and fish, some of it with a Peruvian twist like their great ceviches. It's open 7 days for dinner. They also have happy hour 7 days a week. You don't want to miss it. It's a great place. CorvinaBocaRaton.com for more information and reservations. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Do you love Italian food? I mean, who doesn't love Italian food? Well, have I got a great new place for you, Elvis Italian Grill. It's at 4261 Griffin Road in Dania Beach, right near State Road 7 and the Hard Rock Casino. It's named for its owner, Elvis. And it has all your favorites: pizzas, pastas, veal chops, fresh fish, lunch specials, happy hour, and whole bar, great wines, al fresco dining on the deck with a water view. Open for lunch and dinner every day but Monday. For reservations and information, go to elvisitaliangrill.com. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk and Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for Sunday brunch, and Taco Tuesdays, including their new birria tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-faced smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo, the Lunchbox, sent you. Hey, it's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Hey, for great pizzas, pastas, and Italian comfort classics, you got to check out Camille's Pizzeria and Ristorante. It just launched a great new happy hour on weekdays, 5 to 7 p.m., featuring all kinds of drink specials, $10 light bites, and a great 3 for $20 appetizer special. It's a true mom-and-pop shop run by a great couple, John and Maya. He grew up in Queens, and his pizzas and signature chicken parmesan are fantastic. Takeout and delivery available. Go to Camille's ftlauderdale.com for reservations and information. All right, we're back on the Lunchbox, 10 Palms at Gulfstream Park. Arlene Borenstein is joining us. You know her from her past work at NBC6, the South Florida Sun Sentinel, and now at the City of Hollywood, doing all kinds of great things. Yeah. We're going to get to the contest in the last segment today, so just you wait and see. It's as usual, we have a challenge, but I have full faith in everybody here. You guys did a great job with the Super Bowl. And so Arlene, what's been going on in your world? City of Hollywood again, 4-day work week, so she's not on the city on the government
I forget
time.
That. That's great.
Yeah,
good for you.
I wish.
That's Defo's dream.
There's so many ways to
that
look at that,
yeah.
But yes, it is nice. It is nice. Well, first of all, as always, thank you guys so much for having me and getting my little chocolate. We don't have a ton of time, so I will get right to it. The City of Hollywood has so many fun things going on this weekend that I want to make sure our loyal following here at Mike Mayo's Lunchbox know. Take it down to downtown Hollywood, please, for Mardi Gras. You're going to love it. We've been planning for it. The downtown Hollywood businesses would be so excited to see you. It is this Sunday from 1 to 7 p.m.
Okay. And Monday is a holiday.
And Monday is a holiday. So go down, have fun with our Mardi Gras event.
Nice.
Then stop into one of the restaurants downtown and have a great time. We have tons of information about it on hollywoodfl.org, on our Instagram, Facebook pages, City of Hollywood on Facebook.
Now, with the federal holiday on Monday, do you guys get off for the City of Hollywood on Monday?
We do.
So that means it's a 3-day week.
Look where I'm at. Look where I'm at right
You're
now.
a 4-day weekend right now, because off on Friday, off on Monday, and next week you will have a 3-day work week.
Do we?
Yeah, because if you're off on Friday.
Oh, yes. 3-day work. Oh, my gosh.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
This was one of the weeks where you should
have
have
any
taken
openings?
off.
Can I get an application in Hollywood City Hall?
I want to be you. What are you talking about? Get out of
paid
here.
to eat, but
I know. I love it.
yeah, you know what? I'm not complaining.
Yeah, well,
exactly.
you're so good at it though. That's the
There
thing.
you go. Thank you.
What else is on the agenda for Hollywood? Anything other
well,
events? Or
Ignite is also this weekend. So this is what I'm gonna do. If
Okay.
y'all want to come hang out with me, I'm gonna bring my son because it's a long weekend.
Nice.
We're gonna head to Mardi Gras, have fun, kids.
Okay,
it
so
is
I was gonna
kid-friendly.
say, like, our son is really well behaved, so we like bringing him when we go to places.
Awesome. Maybe we'll link up over there.
That'd be cool. No, that'd
Yeah,
be
I
cool.
would
Yeah,
love
yeah.
that idea.
I love you, meet.
Oh,
Sure,
the baby.
yeah.
So yeah, we'll go to Mardi Gras. And
what's
then
Ignite again?
Ignite is several days of beautiful art installations all over Broward County.
Oh,
Hollywood Arts Park is one location that is has probably, don't quote me, like 7-8 beautiful installations,
Oh,
and
that's
it's where art meets life and tech.
Okay.
So you're gonna see
Mm.
really cool stuff from day to night.
Okay, and I think I've seen it along the New River in Fort Lauderdale
Yes,
as well.
so
So
they-
it's kind of cool.
Yeah, Delville Park, I think in Fort Lauderdale.
Mm.
I only know about Hollywood. Sorry.
That's
No,
all
I'm
right.
just
That's
kidding.
all right.
Mad Arts in Dania Beach,
Right?
which I just took a tour of the installations there, and oh my gosh,
Oh,
they are
that's
so
nice.
talented over there.
Mad
with how they
Arts used to be the
curate.
Gallery of Amazing Things and the
Yes.
Graves Museum. It's
Mhm.
right there on Federal Highway around the corner from my old house. And
Yes.
it's also going to be the site of, in May, our friend Burger Beast, along with the
Oh, neat.
Food Festival folks, Phil and Kate, are
All right.
organizing a hamburger house party, Broward
Nice.
edition.
Phil, Kate,
Oh.
where's my Emma? Hello.
Well, we're far out from that. That's going to be
No.
at some point in May, but
I'm
that's going to be
excited
fun.
about
But that venue, that Mad Arts, is really a cool space.
It is fun.
Yeah.
It is fun. It's all part of Ignite, and again, Mardi Gras on Sunday. Ignite will still be going on, and so you can get a twofer: Hollywood Arts Park and downtown Hollywood.
nice.
All right, so that's number
Yeah.
one. Number
Number
two, you have launched a new because it seems like in this day and age,
Yeah, everyone's got to have a
anybody
podcast.
and everybody, but particularly it's
know.
great when people who
Well, she's in the
are
Bay. She knows what she's-
professionals,
Oh my God.
past
Thank you for saying that.
broadcaster,
Mhm.
on a major television
Aw.
network affiliate, and
Yeah.
of course working at a Pulitzer Prize winning newspaper.
Oh my gosh.
But now
how did I get so lucky?
Now you have joined the space like us on YouTube, and tell us a little bit about what you've been doing. It's called Breaking Bread with
Yeah.
Borenstein.
Breaking Bread with Borenstein. You know, it's funny you say that because I do feel like I'm an OG of content creation, not to age myself, but I worked at NBC when they first did those digital offshoots.
Mhm.
And I think the only social media that was going on was like Facebook and Twitter. All right. I don't even think Instagram was a thing.
No, that became late. That came
Yeah.
later.
And
TikTok
I-
didn't come till much
2010s.
later.
And
yeah.
I would be out shooting news for the stations I worked at in DC and New York, all 5 boroughs.
Mm.
And I would be shooting, writing, and editing my own video for either someone else's report or
Right.
mine.
Mhm.
So I learned all these skills, and working at the Sun Sentinel was a great help in the context with the food. But I also covered Michelin stars in New York, star chefs and restaurants, and food always just gravitates for me, and I'm never going to say no. 'cause
Right.
I'm into
You're a
it.
good eater, and
Now
you
you're
have an
good.
appreciation.
Yes, but I want to give back to. I know that there's a lot of families out there going through some rough times, and so part of it, and when we get it really up and running, and hopefully I can do a live format like you, Mike. Not on the same days though. I would not do that. We're going to cross promote each other.
yes.
That'd be wonderful.
Yes. I'd like to continue to try to just get food in our local pantries as part of it, but it's a really
So
fun
it'll be like
show.
a community
Oh, that's amazing.
fundraising component
That's
to
great.
besides
Totally.
meeting and eating with some of the
Yes.
local culinary talent and all that.
Yeah, and giving them some, because they work really, really hard, and they deserve the credit.
Yeah,
too.
no, and a lot of that's why I love being able to do this show because
Yeah.
we are able to just go in and go to meet them in their place in
Yep.
their space because of the technology today, and we don't
Yeah,
have a lot
this
of
is cool.
editing
doesn't-
or production. We just let it
Yeah.
fly, and I know like you're a little bit more polished than we are. Thank God. But you're doing an
It's a lot of work,
an
though.
edited show, and
Yes.
tell us. So where do you find that?
Yeah.
How do people go and watch? And you've done how many?
Thanks.
One episode. so
We've
far?
put out now today. As of today, I put out one with Lainey Doss because she
Okay.
was our first person to go on board. But I'm saving you for our live format. You'll be my first live
Okay.
format
Nice.
for sure. But we have 3.
And Lainey Doss, for those who don't know, used to be the
Sorry,
food
yes.
editor at New Times, Miami.
New Times, and
Right.
she's worked at like Thrillist and Vice. She now runs the editorial at Broken Palate, which is a huge food newsletter
Okay,
for like
yeah.
elevated, chefs and people who like
Mhm.
really care about the culinary scene.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna say something.
And then
now I
and
forgot.
then Captain Ron was your first guest.
Yeah,
but,
Yes.
he's great.
but
We
people
love
can
Captain
find it.
Ron.
There's a YouTube channel, or how does that-
We're on everything. We're on YouTube, Instagram. Okay, I'm just lying. We're on YouTube and Instagram
All right.
at Breaking Bread Borenstein.
Nice.
The name of the series is Breaking Bread with Borenstein.
Nice.
But they're pre-produced now, and you'll see when you go to our Instagram or YouTube that, like you said, polished, but it takes so much work. I got 2 guys who really help
great.
me out and do it for free, but we do need sponsors. So,
Okay.
Nice.
we all need sponsors, right?
Yes,
So does Mike.
We're very well aware.
But soon we're going to go live. Soon we're going live.
Yay.
That's going to be even more fun because I have to watch my mouth. I got to be like, Arlene,
We don't watch it here
No,
all the
yeah,
time
yeah,
because on the internet, the rules aren't the same as the
Yeah.
FCC regulated ones. So
there's no bleeping.
no bleeping. And we just got to watch when we have Danny Surfer on and when Lubie gets a little charged up. But that's okay. All right. Topic number 3 for you.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it is Valentine's Day tomorrow.
Yes.
And I know, I'm not the biggest restaurant guy on some of these big holidays, but I do come up with some lists from time to time. And when people say, I actually got asked this today, right in the press box here at Gulfstream, of what would you recommend, Mike, for a romantic place? And I said, I'm sure all the good places that I like are fully booked. And they said, forget about that. Just like another regular week.
Yeah.
What would you say? What goes into making a restaurant romantic, and do you have any maybe 2 or 3 favorites that come to the top of your head?
I do. First, knowing your partner is the best thing, For me, I would, even though I'm not athletic or a tomboy, I would love a live sporting event somewhere. That would be my perfect thing. Heck yeah.
Nice.
I love that. Exciting. But so somewhere like 10 Palms here, you can watch horse racing. And I'm not just saying that. I'm, just don't get mad if,
That's Defo's dream woman. If you could bring,
can I take her to the track?
Honestly, he was
On Valentine's.
Make it fun for her though. Don't if you can't
Forget
Pay
resist.
some attention
If
to
you
her.
can't resist, then don't spend all your money. Be mad at her for losing it because you came here. Make it fun for her. Have her pick the pick of a horse and all that. But also, the Lainey Doss segment that I put out, Breaking Bread Borenstein, today was a place called No Reservations in North Miami, and it's a little hidden gem, classic wine selection that you won't get anywhere else, and really yummy small Mediterranean style plates.
Oh, interesting.
It's dark, it's cozy, honestly it's perfect for Valentine's Day. Downtown Hollywood, I have to say,
go ahead.
has a bunch and truly has an amazing selection of all diverse restaurants.
Nice.
So it will not hurt for y'all to come down to downtown.
Harrison Street has a couple
have a
of
lot
new
of really good stuff.
places.
Harrison,
And then of course
Hollywood Boulevard
Boulevard.
proper.
Yep.
A lot of selections there, so you can there's a diverse pick. You can go dance, you can eat and go dancing, maybe skip the Twin Peaks for Valentine's Day.
Jim Sarney
Sarney.
won't.
Yeah. Jim, that's my buddy. Happy birthday. His birthday just
it was
passed. And
last
so did,
week.
Joe Beja's. And I'm
Yeah,
glad
Joe
he's-
Beja
I'm
was
glad he's
last
doing
week.
better.
Jim Sarney was
Yeah.
last week. But yes, you will find Sarney all the time for every major holiday at Twin Peaks. But that's okay because he doesn't have a
That's so
wife
funny.
or
Because
a
that's
girlfriend.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. People
Right.
think price point, and it's so funny. And look, my wife is very classy, and we've traveled a lot and
Do it.
eaten really well. But it's more about for us, from what I've surmised from her and our time together, places we like that have food we like that we also can be together, right? Because again, I don't bitch about noise. If a place is loud, that's fine with me. But to me, on a Valentine's Day, it's about being with the person you're with and talking with the person you're with and spending time with the person you're with. So because again, to me, Union Kitchen comes to mind just because the way Roberto is.
You stole my thunder.
Yes.
That was one of the top
That's
3.
a perfect suggestion.
Well, it's just because Roberto is so good
Union
at
Kitchen and
and
Bar
Christy,
in Wilton
Christy
Manors.
too.
And that was one of the answers when I was asked in the press box by Samantha.
And
Ryan,
they're
who's
not
one of the
overly
That's
expensive.
a perfect suggestion.
Union Kitchen and Bar. Again, because to me, you want a
It's
place
cozy, it
that's
feels cozy.
quiet,
Yeah.
cozy. They have a patio in the back that's kind of enclosed. They also have tables
Yeah, it's
up
beautiful.
front. They have a great wine list that's not gouging you.
No.
They have great food.
You can't go wrong with the food. Roberto will pick a perfect wine selection for you as the sommelier.
Yes.
Defo, do you have any?
I got 2 go-to places that are always strong with me. Cafe Seville.
I was gonna say that's
Brunch
another one for
Casino,
me. It's
and,
another one.
and Cafe Max.
Yes.
Yes, Max.
Yes.
Oh,
Man,
Max.
The
Great
two
call.
one of my
cafes.
faves.
The
Cafe
caf-
Max, it's a
Yeah.
semblance. I
Great
mean,
call.
a woman originally thinks that you have some semblance of class because you're going to a very distinguished place, and I happen to have some pull there because I know Chef Oliver
Oliver's great.
and Daryl for
Chef
a long
Oliver's
time.
cool.
So
Yeah.
it looks like you're, sort of like got something happening, and it's a great place for a first-time starter or Valentine's Day.
Now, it's funny that you mentioned.
Yeah, Seville's great too. Seville has like a cozy vibe
for
too.
those who want to, maybe have a day and make a day out of it.
That's what I'm
Tomorrow
talking
or
about, Mike.
Sunday coming
Make a day out of it.
right.
That's a big commitment.
The whole day. I think,
you-
look, you get like an hour.
day-
Defo put the scary in relationships.
But if you come here to Ten Palms, not only you could have some fun and you watch the horse, and the horse is a beautiful animal.
this is a great idea.
And I think
Exactly.
I've got to give praise because we demolished this special.
Oh,
They
we
have
crushed
surf and turf,
Yeah, we crushed it.
and
There are
they
like
had
5 people.
it was a filet
Only
mignon.
4 of us here.
This filet mignon, we ordered it medium rare. It came out perfectly
cooked it really well.
medium rare. The demi-glace on the side is really beautiful, savory. The shrimp are nice, and it's like this dish was like I'd be happy getting this in any restaurant, let alone you don't expect to get that level of quality at a
It was
racetrack
Very good.
with the asparagus, which is very romantic. Also, it's an aphrodisiac.
I've noticed that's the only thing that's left on the plate, though. Relatively untouched.
And then the
dessert
dessert,
is really
the
nice.
special.
Hint, hint.
It wasn't a heart-shaped white chocolate mousse. It's a chocolate encased.
You hacked that, though. I mean,
I
you
did.
would have
It's
blown
like
the
a
date.
flower. It's like a chocolate
Yes.
flower
Yeah,
kind
it
of.
came
Annihilated.
spilling out.
But if he
That's
did that
adorable.
with a first-time starter or Valentine's date relatively early in the relationship, that would have been it. I think that would have been a
That
deal
would have been
breaker the
it.
way he hacked that thing.
Yeah, it wasn't done
So
with
you
Can't
any-
take Mike
No
anywhere.
class.
Clumsy
no
oaf,
finesse.
Yeah.
I
No.
wanted to say something cute because you know how Roberto and Christy's daughter is in the same classroom as my son.
I didn't know that.
So technically, they're having a little Valentine's Day thing
Are they
today.
dating?
No, are they for the
Roberto's
Valentine's?
gonna get mad at me. No, but I actually wrote. We bought little Skittles, and you put the names for the kids,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you pass out the candy. And I wrote one for Sophia. Like,
Aw.
maybe I shouldn't have said her name, but yeah. So they had a little Valentine's Day thing in class today.
That's,
Oh,
So
that's nice.
It's cute that they're in the same class.
that is
Anyway,
that's
very
great.
cute,
Yeah.
and that's great. And again, Union Kitchen Bar. The other places that
Yes,
came to
Union
mind
Kitchen
besides
Bar.
Cafe Seville,
gonna say
Cafe Max is a
Cafe
good one.
Max would
that-
have to be a
Yeah.
very strong.
I
was gonna say the
entry.
Catherine.
The
Yeah.
Catherine.
Yeah, the Catherine.
Oh
The
yeah.
Catherine,
I've not
because
been
that's
there yet.
cozy, and
Yeah.
again,
Oh,
that's
we gotta
downtown
go there.
Fort Lauderdale.
Don't forget about Casa Calabria, Frankie.
I was gonna say
Casa
Calabria is
Calabria.
really nice because it's
Yeah.
smaller,
Yes,
romantic,
Casa
really good
Calabria.
food.
And then I've got one for here, right around the corner from the track. Il Mercado. Have you ever heard of it? It's in the breezeway of the public shopping center on Allendale Beach Boulevard.
Okay.
It's been there for
Well,
years,
it's fun.
and it's also kind of like Italian, a lot of pasta dishes, but it is also small, cozy, romantic, quiet,
I love
a
that.
place where you could actually, have a conversation and look lovingly into each other's eyes. So,
Oh, yeah.
You have to talk. That always gets dangerous.
You do need some help, Defo. We need to work on
counseling.
this.
Look, I'm going to a place tonight that we've talked a lot about.
oh yeah,
and heard
go-
a lot about.
Tell us about that.
But I brought the food home, and my wife's enjoyed it. She's never had it firsthand, so figured it was time. Daniel's Florida Steakhouse.
Daniel's Steakhouse.
It's interesting because it's acclaimed, highly acclaimed, but it does actually have a smaller vibe, very
Right.
comfortable, very cozy,
I hear
but
the
elevated.
lighting. I hear the lighting.
and the
there is
LA the
just
lighting
outstanding.
is fantastic.
You know,
So
Val
thank
did
you,
the
Val,
lighting.
for doing that.
She designed it.
But yeah, like
I
that's
love
another
it.
place that feels again, Eddie. There's a lot of
I'm like,
places
the
around.
lighting.
South Florida is really cool about that. Like we have a lot of places that
Ton
are
of
both
places,
highly
yeah.
acclaimed, but also like give you a nice
Now,
vibe where you can be with the
Daniel's,
person you're with.
one of our great sponsors, and they also have the new location, Daniel's Miami,
And Coral
down in
Gables, which
Coral
is setting it on
Gables.
fire over there.
But the one that you mentioned, yeah, I mean, if you get one of those nice, cozy little banquettes against the side of the wall, and
Nice,
good
yeah.
for you, Lubie, you are really laying it on thick, which is great.
He's Mr.
because
Romance.
Well, you
He
guys
always
all
has
said
been.
That's one of
Yeah.
those places where I say it's an occasion place. Everything there is fantastic. I mean, and okay, it's a little pricey. Let's be realistic.
that's
but
fine.
it's worth every penny.
Well, absolutely. And good food, priceless to some
Exactly.
degree.
There you go.
But this is why downtown Hollywood is a good idea because prices are usually reasonable.
Nice.
There's a lot of parking down there.
Nah, parking.
And
Sure,
there's
sure.
lots of options, but I love the Union Kitchen and Bar idea. The no reservation spot is amazing. Your girl,
If the
I'm
guy
gonna
looks at the
speak
check,
for the girls. Your girl will love that.
the guy looks at the check and say, "Wait a minute, you had the steak."
Yeah.
It's
You're
like
in
60.
trouble. You're in
Just
trouble.
know
It's
your
over.
wallet.
It's over, yeah.
Know your wallet.
It's
Don't
It's
make
over,
her pay.
Charlie. It's
Oh
over.
my God, my best friend went on a date the other day and she told me that the guy was just basically like, my card got declined. I can't.
Oh my
pay."
God. You know what that's
you can't
called?
do it.
a deal breaker.
Yeah.
That's
Red
right.
flag.
Embarrassing.
There will
Yeah.
not be
I
a
was like,
second date.
Did you tell him to sell you when he had the money?
How about when they cut your car with hedge clippers?
Yeah.
Like right in
Oh,
front of the
man.
girl and go like,
Don't
dump
do
this-
that, y'all.
I don't want to
Don't
say
do
asshole,
that.
but
Yeah.
Hedge clippers, a chainsaw.
no,
it's
they
a
come
little
out
bit-
like they really they take great joy. I was in a Coral Gables restaurant and I had a car decline that I never thought would ever be tapped
That's
out.
cringy. And unless you're married and
Yeah.
you could blame
I was
it
gonna
on the
say,
better
right,
half,
you're
like you
married,
see, you
whatever.
shouldn't have gone to the mall 5 times
If
last
you're
week.
married, you're fine.
Not when you're dating.
Before we
that-
take the second break,
Yeah.
we got to put in the good word. Again, another place which is romantic, Tropical Acres. And
Yes.
again, they're
Yes.
fully booked for Valentine's Day, except maybe the very
Ooh.
end of the night. But you can get in there probably tonight. Give them a call, 954-989-2500. And go in there anytime. They'll be open again on the holiday on Monday, closed on Sundays. But every night is a romantic adventure at Tropical Acres. They have the greatest
Love that.
prime rib. They also have happy hour in the bar Monday through Friday, including tonight, 4:30 to 6:30.
Let's
We
go.
get those great half-price premium liquor, Belvedere martinis, $8. It's unbeatable. And then, of course, you've got the half-price wine nights on Monday and
Love
Tuesday.
it.
And then you have their loyalty card where for every 12 entrees that you purchase and you get the card
Oh.
punched, you get the 13th one on the house. We love Tropical Acres.
That's
in
smart.
business 77 years. And there was another glowing review
Yeah.
on Let's Eat this morning. Somebody who hadn't been there in a
Aw.
long time, and they went last night at 5:30. They couldn't believe how packed it was.
Oh, yeah.
And
They always have
couldn't
a crowd
believe
there, man.
how good and efficient they were as well.
They've
So
just been around since even I was a kid.
1949,
Yeah.
77 years.
Yeah.
That's older
Than me. Than Defo.
than me and Lubie combined. No, that's not true. It's older than Defo though, but they
yeah,
that-
way
that's-
older
And it's
than
alive
you.
and kicking.
My
just
dad
like
was
Devo.
born in
Not far enough
47.
older,
It's
right.
alive and,
40,
and
actually,
kicking just like
1940.
Devo.
It's a bad number. Come
Yeah.
Oh, babe.
It's all right. No, I feel good.
Fine like wine.
All right, let's take that second break and then we'll come back and we'll have a contest.
Nice.
And we'll talk
Ooh.
more with Arlene Borenstein on the Lunchbox.
Hey, Lunchbox fans, is it time to sell your business? You've poured your heart and soul into your restaurant or business, and you want to see continue the legacy you have built. Transworld can help. Call me, Andy Cagnetta, at Transworld Business Advisors right now and see if it's time for you to retire and relax. Iconic brands like the Mai Kai, Mulligans, Carlos and Pepe's, Mangoes, and many more turn to Transworld to help sell. Contact Transworld on Facebook or call 954-772-1122 or visit tworld.com. Again, that's 954-772-1122 or tworld.com.
When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks. They're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Guess who's back and better than ever? Juan's. For the best in classic old school Chinese cuisine, a family-run South Florida favorite since 1966. It's at 664 North Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, open every day but Tuesday for lunch and dinner. Chef Alex is carrying on the family tradition that started 4 generations ago. It used to be known as Christina Juan's Mandarin House, and you're going to love it as Juan's. They've got all your favorites: wonton soup, spare ribs, egg rolls, dumplings, Peking duck, and more. Combo lunch specials daily and takeout and delivery. For more information, go to their Instagram page at wans.fl. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 and the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, for tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. A tradition for South Florida sports fans for more than 30 years, Shenanigans. It's at 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach, the place to go for all your favorite teams and events and food that's not your ordinary sports bar fare. Award-winning wings, burgers, fresh fish, and more, TV screens galore, and all-day happy hour specials. The kitchen and bar are open into the wee hours, perfect for late-night bites and very close to the airport. For playoff action, football season, and a good time anytime, Shenanigans. Looking for inspired comfort food in a cozy setting? Blue Collar in Miami is the place to go. Located at 6789 Biscayne Boulevard, it moved to bigger digs a year ago, now has full liquor, and still features all your old favorites from chef owner Danny Surfer. Fantastic burgers, the braise of the day, and the city's best key lime pie. And drink specials every day. Open daily with weekend brunch. For reservations and information, go to bluecollarmiami.com.
We lost Defo.
Wait, are we back?
We're
We
back.
are back.
We're
I
back.
think.
All right, I'm needling. Lubie here has a haircut.
Yes,
I
my
asked
hair
him-
isn't as full as it once was.
I asked him what time and what hair.
I'm not Mike Mayo. Good for you. You've kept your hair. The rare Jew that actually keeps his hair into his 50s.
A little bit
I will not
grayer.
be
In all
that
the
guy.
places.
This is what happens when you have a girl that's
Yeah,
you know,
my
was a
wife definitely
teenager
cut-
and now in college doing great, but
Oh.
lots of gray hairs.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
So
I can understand that.
all
Yeah.
good. All right, well, it's contest time,
Yes,
folks.
let's
Thank you
get
for
to
your
it.
patience. And
Yes.
again, as usual,
Yes.
every week we're going to be doing the Lunchbox Gulfstream 10 Palms Sunday Brunch giveaway. You're going to email the answer to this week's restaurant trivia questions along with a
Ooh.
horse selection for the Gulfstream contest race on Saturday, which once again, I'm getting it out of the way early. Race number 1, numbers 1 through 10, because it's a good competitive wide open race of quality 3-year-old fillies that are trying to win their first race. So it's a maiden special race
Love it.
again, and post time for that is 12:20. So that's why you got to get your entries in by noon tomorrow. Send it to MikeMayoEats@gmail.com. And this week's tiebreaker, since there's no NFL football anymore or no college football, nothing, no football until August, which is very depressing. Basketball has the All-Star break, but I refuse to have a
No,
tiebreaker
you don't know what
based
that's
on
gonna be.
U.S. versus the world, where the
That's
score is going to be like 200 to 188. And NHL, they're on the Olympic break, and
Yeah.
having Olympic hockey as a tiebreaker is
No,
just
no.
boring.
Yeah.
The Daytona's a good call.
So we're doing another type of race going around in an oval, and that
I
is
love
the
that.
Daytona 500,
That's exciting.
That's a good
which
call.
is
Vroom,
America's
vroom.
great race, big race, whatever you call it. It's going to be
Yeah.
the green flag is going to drop at 3 p.m. on Sunday. It's going to be on Fox.
Nice.
And on the group later, I'm going to give a link to the full starting lineup, or they call it the starting grid. 32 drivers, I think. I don't know which Bush there's. Kyle Busch or Kurt Busch is on the pole.
I definitely don't.
I don't even know any more drivers, but so
Cool.
the tiebreaker, is give me the winner of the Daytona 500 and the victory margin. You could say
Okay.
2.3 seconds or 0.4 seconds or 20 seconds.
Man, whoever gets the closest.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
more than one if more than one person picks the winning driver, then
Right.
it comes down to that ultimate margin of victory.
Love
So,
it.
all right, and
Let's do it.
now, in honor of Monday's federal holiday, marking the births of George Washington and Abraham Lincoln,
Oh.
we're gonna celebrate. It's not quite a restaurant; it's a place. It's a local market, but you can eat there.
Don't say the. Don't
Okay,
say the name
don't
of
say
it.
the name, anybody. All right, and
namely Mike Mayo.
I'm not putting this in the official clues, but I'm saying that if you didn't like the Super Bowl halftime show, you might not like this
Okay.
market because it's in Spanish. The
Oh.
word is in Spanish.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Here we
Everyone
go.
liked it.
I think you probably already know it. I think there's one in Hollywood.
There's two or
This,
three.
this regional chain of markets was founded in 1990 by a Cuban family and now has 25 locations throughout South Florida.
Oh, come on. This is too easy.
If we're going to have
Because
the
there's two that I can think
Daytona
of. So I,
Daytona 500 as a ultimate tiebreaker, I got to give it a slam dunk clue. All right, so this market it features many Latin American, Caribbean products, and it also has value price cafeterias where I've eaten a few of them for lunch, and they have an oxtail stew that's really good.
I think I didn't know that about this place. Maybe.
Yeah, and well, let's see if it's the one that you're thinking of.
Okay.
Okay, and remember, it ties into Monday's holiday.
Right.
This market's name is the Spanish word for the highest office in our land.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I was thinking of two other ones.
That's what I'm saying. It's so easy.
See, I was thinking
It
of two
is
other ones.
so
I'm not
easy.
gonna lie.
And here's another fun fact: the U.S. citizens of Puerto Rico are not permitted to vote for in these
they can't presidential elections. Yeah. Which is,
there you go. Thank you, Lubie.
What?
What word did you just say?
I just said elections.
No, you didn't. You
I said
said-
presidential. That's not the name of the place.
That's okay. Well, the market sells a Dominican beer that has the same
That's the
name
name of
as
the
the
place.
right. Oh, okay. So right.
Too many clues,
Too many
Mike.
It's fine. It's
It's
easy.
such a slam dunk.
You know,
It's
See, I was thinking-
really pathetic.
Yeah.
I was
but-
thinking of two other chains that are very similar to this chain.
well, that would be what you cheer after an opera performance, right?
Yes.
so it's
well,
not
and then
that
and
one.
then Sedano's.
Stanos. What does that have to do with
Well,
the federal?
don't-
No, no, no.
mention
That's what I'm
the
saying.
super-
The
Don't
keys.
mention the markets
We've
because
given the name. I mean,
now
everyone
your
knows the freaking-
process of elimination
I don't know if I've ever been to this
I don't
chain.
think anybody
No, it's
has
fine.
any
is-
issue
is
in
guessing.
lacking in knowledge of what it
knowledge.
is. And if
Yeah.
you do not know
I mean,
the
that's your
answer,
bad. Yeah, that's your bad.
then it's time to bone up on both your Spanish and knowledge of
True.
South Florida
Amen.
markets. So,
Amen.
Arlene, thank you so much.
Arlene,
for
you're the
coming
best.
out.
Thank you for doing this. We
Yes.
appreciate it.
Happy Valentine's Day to all your
Yes.
beautiful,
Thanks.
ladies
And to you.
And I can't
And
wait
yours.
to
Treat them
check
nice,
out the
treat them
latest
nice.
edition of Breaking Bed.
Yes.
Breaking
Breaking Bread with Borenstein.
That's a bad malaprop. Breaking Bread with Borenstein.
Don't mess that up.
No. And
And go to downtown Hollywood for Mardi Gras this
Yeah, it sounds
weekend
like a
on
blast.
Sunday.
Oh,
1 to
and
7.
next
And-
week. Okay, so a couple of things.
I'll be there.
Well, first of all, it's time for the weekly quiz, Lubie.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Where were we
Monday
this
we were
past
at
week?
home. Tuesday we were at Keel? Even Keel
We
Tuesday.
were at
Nice.
even keel for the
Nice.
Tuesday.
Wednesday. Oh God, I'm forgetting Wednesday. I remember we were Wednesday. Thursday.
That's a good life right there, man.
Yeah, where were we yesterday? The weeks run together, man. When you have a freaking
Okay,
infant.
now because I'm approaching 60, I am
you don't remember
cheating.
either.
'Cause
So
I can't
exactly. How you gonna
remember
give me crap when you don't remember either?
Where were we?
Where were you
on-
guys?
Oh, Wednesday we were at Elvis
we were at
Italian Grill.
Elvis's Italian Grill, and,
And yesterday we had
fantastic.
stone crabs and
And yesterday we
champagne
did
at
with
Primo
Vinny and
Liquors
Primo.
with Vinny. And again, Vinny is going to be selling his stone crabs and those shrimp, the colossal
They were
shrimp.
ridiculous.
The U6, you get
ridiculous.
you get basically a full pound of shrimp and cocktail sauce.
His cocktail
for
sauce was
$25.
amazing. Like it was
That
like a creamy cocktail.
so much. That was good. He's going to be selling next to CJ Black's in
if you're in the Davie
Davie,
area, yeah.
Hiatus Road and 595 State Road 84
And
in
his
the
prices
parking
are great.
lot.
The
right
prices
next,
for stone crabs were
and the
amazing.
stone crabs very
I love
affordable. Go check that out if you want.
And he'll crack them for you, or he'll give them to you uncracked
Yeah,
too.
so that's going to be a fun,
It's fun cracking them.
fun way if you want
Yeah.
to just avoid the restaurant scene and just have
Yeah.
a nice romantic evening at home. Pick up some of the stone crabs, pick up a bottle of bubbly. Again, thanks to Primo Liquors for hosting us yesterday. That was fun.
It was a
I
blast.
love it.
And then next week, okay, let's go over the schedule real quick.
Okay.
We are taking the
It's
holiday
President's Day.
off
Yeah.
again, and
nice day
then we are, because we're going to be having a bonus edition next Saturday. So
Yes.
Tuesday, I don't know where we are yet. We've got a couple of things that are still in
Nice.
flux. Oh, Tuesday, you got to be home for a Fat Tuesday
Yeah,
Mardi
it'd be cool
Gras.
for you to be
I'm
somewhere.
going to be roving with my portable camera
Wow.
and doing a man on the street lunchbox from
Nice.
Shuck and Dive
Ooh,
in
that
Fort
place is so
Lauderdale,
fire.
That's so smart.
which is
That
a
place is
Louisiana
so
theme.
fire.
And when you think Mardi Gras,
Oh
you
my
think New
God.
Orleans, and
You
that
sure
is the
do.
place. And I think they have crawfish now. They've
Oh
just
my
started.
God, that place is so good.
So I'll be at Shuck and Dive on Tuesday.
I'm jealous.
On Wednesday, I got nothing yet. I was hoping to get into Daniel.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
if you see
hopefully.
Cassidy
I'll say-
tonight,
I'll tell her to
ask
reach
if we
back
can
to you.
get in there. I had her penciled in Wednesday.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Thursday, maybe we don't know. Taco Craft, and then Friday back here. Saturday,
Nice.
I'm going to be hosting
I'm really
a
excited for
special
Saturday.
event at celebrating basically the launch of their new mobile pizza oven kitchen
Oh.
at Frank Pepe's Pizzeria Napolitana in Plantation.
Walk.
At Plantation Walk. There's going to be free slices of pizza. There's going to be spinning a wheel for
Look at our room.
prizes,
Oh wow.
like
You come
gift
out.
certificates.
Again,
to-
I'm bringing my whole family
and
there.
it's going to be going
Okay,
from noon
free
to
pizza.
3 p.m. at the Plantation Frank Pepe's next Saturday. That's the 21st.
Yes.
But
Okay.
before we do it from noon to 3, it's
We'll be
basically
there.
like a block party. At 11 a.m., we're going to have a special
Yeah, we're
Saturday
there.
edition of the show talking to the people from Frank Pepe's, including Jennifer
Love that.
Bemonte,
Oh, she's
Kind of my
fun.
calendar.
who is the granddaughter of founder, Frank Pepe.
Yeah, she's
so that's going to be fun next Saturday, 11 a.m.
I'm
All
really
right.
excited.
Sorry,
that.
Lubie. I've been prattling
You're
on.
good. Happy Valentine's Day,
but
everybody.
you
Wait,
can-
Safe out there.
wait.
You can go get your hair cut now. What? Wait,
Yes.
are you putting it in? Oh, and you
No,
got
no,
more.
well, no, I'm putting in my calendar, but all ages, Mardi Gras downtown Hollywood, 1 to 7 p.m. Sunday, Hollywood Boulevard between 9th and 20th. And we're going to have New Orleans style eats,
Nice.
brass bands,
Oh, I'm excited.
everything,
I'll have to
something
head
for
down there.
everybody.
There
so,
you go.
yes, and you're going to do
All right,
your
we
thing
got a
too.
busy schedule coming up, and then we're doing another happy hour with our friends at Camille's
was
on
fun.
Thursday, the 26th, up in
Nice.
Oakland Park. Camille's another nice place
That's
for
a really
Valentine's
nice,
weekend
classy
There you
place.
because
Good
it's
food.
Yep.
low key
Yep, a really good food.
and the food is excellent.
Yeah.
And to me, I think there's nothing more romantic than maybe getting a nice pizza pie and maybe a
Some nice
bottle
wine.
of red wine and
Yeah.
just again look lovingly and then feed each other the pizza
Yes.
slice like that.
My wife does not want me feeding her. She doesn't like
Picnics
people
are
touching her
cute.
food.
Or do the Disney style
Yeah.
spaghetti strand where
I
it
think
goes
we could
together.
be here all day, And the Disney stop. It's just Lady and the Tramp.
Lady in the Tramp.
All right, that's it.
That's a
Have a great,
collaboration.
safe
Good one,
weekend,
too.
everybody.
Yep.
Enjoy every sandwich.
Happy Valentine's Day.